Hey guys, today we're going to talk to a for sale by owner, an FSBO. In other words, the fastest source of business opportunities. Guys, I'm super excited. They're ready and willing. They've raised their hand, said it's time to sell their home. Now you just have to have the skill, knowledge, and finesse to turn them into your client. So, guys, let's dig in. Let's call a for sale by owner, and let's have a great time building our skill. See you soon. All right, guys, we're going to call the for sale by owner now. Let's go. Speakerphone.
Hello.
Hi there. Is this Abe, the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Abe, this is Devin. I'm with Keller Williams here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Wanted to get in touch with you because I noticed your home up on forsalebyowner.com and wanted to touch base on your plans for selling that property. What's causing you to sell?
So we are, my wife and I are looking to relocate.
Okay.
We need to downsize a little bit.
Okay.
Empty nest syndrome, all those things. So we are looking for something considerably smaller.
Understood. Gotcha. And are you currently looking for that home right now?
We are.
Okay. And how are you searching for that home currently?
Currently Zillow.
You're using Zillow.
Yes.
Okay, understood. And you have the house up on the market, $339,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you determine that price?
So we looked at other houses in the area, roughly what they were selling for. Again, using some Zillow estimates.
Okay.
And kind of based it off of that.
Gotcha. Okay. And are you looking to stay local? Are you looking for a home local? Or are you moving out of the area? What does that look like for you?
We're definitely looking to stay local.
Okay. So just looking to downsize, like you said before?
Yeah, we definitely need to get rid of the 2-story with the stairs going to the basement. We need to find something, for an elderly couple.
Gotcha. Okay. So the stairs, those pose a challenge for you. So you're looking for more like a ranch 1-level story then?
Yes.
Okay. And any specific areas you're looking in for that next property?
We still want to stay, within Georgia, preferably North Georgia. We're trying to stay away from the city.
Okay.
But there isn't really any, realistically, as you have seen, obviously, if you've seen us on the site there, we don't have any neighbors within a small distance from us. We don't want, I don't want to move into a neighborhood where I've got a neighbor literally within, that I'm mowing my lawn into his.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. So we want a little bit of space, a little bit of privacy, but we need to downsize, and we want to stay in the North Georgia region if that's possible, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm just curious, what's caused you to decide to list your home on your own instead of listing it with an agent?
So I've used an agent in the past. Actually, when we were signed with an agent. We were looking for something, and our particular agent that we were using, just the houses they were showing us, just they didn't match up. Not even close to what we were looking for, to be honest.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that they were helping you on the buy side, and you didn't feel comfortable and confident in their ability to help you there, so you didn't want to list the house with them. Is that correct?
Correct, because when we signed the contract with them to be our agent, at that point it was are we going to keep our house for to use as a rental? Are we going to sell it? We hadn't decided, but like I said, it wasn't a good experience at all.
Gotcha, understood. And if that experience were different, would you have hired that agent to sell the property?
It would take a tremendous amount of work for an agent at this point in my life to impress me to, be willing to go under another contract and then wait another year and just waste more time.
Okay. Yet if an agent were able to impress you and you felt comfortable and confident, would you hire an agent today to sell the house, or are you just against all realtors?
Honestly, I'm kind of at this point, I'm kind of against all realtors right now. I mean,
Interesting.
I can't say that might change, but at the moment, it's a definite hard no.
Gotcha. Okay, so that experience must have been pretty bad for you then. Do you mind telling me, I mean, a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing was, pretty much like I explained to you. I mean, even as time went on, a little bit more in detail about what we were looking for, and we're old, we're not retired, we're not 80-year-olds, and so the gentleman showed us a couple of retirement communities.
Hmm.
And I explained after the first one, I said, I don't think this is quite what we're looking for. After the second one, I said, listen, this is not what we're looking for. And then, of course, there was the struggles of the tedious phone calls and multiple phone calls as the contract was expiring because we just weren't seeing anything that we liked whatsoever. And then it was, it started out toward the end of our time running up with him, that it was a once a week follow up call, and then it became daily, and then it was every few hours. Hey, let's get you in the office and get you re-signed. And I just, there was no need for that. There's definitely not a need for me to I'm sure I can find something on my own.
Gotcha. Okay, and how's that process going for you right now?
We're actively looking. Like I said, we're looking at Zillow a lot.
Yeah.
But in the market, it's a little rough in the market.
It is tough to find the right property, and it sounds to me. And is it okay if I share with you kind of my thoughts on the situation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it sounds to me like the agent you had hired to help you achieve this goal of yours to downsize and find a new home just didn't really have a great pulse. Number one on your needs, and number two on what's happening out there in the market. I can understand how that would be frustrating to you, and I can understand how that might leave a bad taste in your mouth. And I do want you to know that all agents aren't created equal. We do work differently. We're all our own business owners. And I'm just curious if you had 15 minutes, I'd love to show you how we're unique and can do things a little bit differently for you. Because at the end of the day, all we care about is that you achieve this goal. So, do you have 15 minutes we could get together? I could take a look at your property, get to understand your goals and needs, and then at the end of the 15 minutes, you can decide if we have an actual consultation or not. I got Thursday at 1 or Friday at 2. Would one of those times work for you?
It'd be truly 15 minutes, not 15 turned into 50, not.
Yeah, the only way 15 minutes turns into anything more is if you choose to. I will set a timer when I walk through that door. I want to make sure that you're comfortable and confident. If you like what you hear and we have a great conversation and we can connect, then that's up to you. If you want to extend that meeting, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to, and I'd love to be able to see what we could do to help you. If at the end of the day you feel, hey, this just isn't a good fit, well, then it's probably not going to be a good fit either way. And I don't want to pigeonhole you to anything. So, yeah, my commitment is I'll come over there, I'll set a timer, 15 minutes, and if I didn't earn your business at that point, then I'm happy to leave and leave you to your own means at that point, if that would work for you.
That should work for me. The only other question I have is, are you an exclusive? You would help me to buy, or how would that look for the selling of my home, perhaps, if because if you truly hold this 15 minutes, I mean, this could turn into more than just a buy if you're available, and I don't know what that looks like for are you available for that option as well?
Yeah, and to answer that question quickly, what we would look to do is whatever's the best scenario for you. At this point, I don't know if you need to sell in order to buy the next home. If that's the case, then yes, we can sit and talk about what it would take to get the home on the market, to get the home priced appropriately, and to get the home sold. So that way you guys can then downsize appropriately. However, if you don't need to sell right away, well, then we can help you find that property, get you into where you're going, and then discuss the sale later on. Whatever your current situation requires is what we'll do to move forward.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Um, Neither Thursday nor Friday works for me. Is there any way you could set aside 15 minutes for me on Saturday?
Saturday, let me take a look at my calendar. I'm gonna take a peek at that. 1 second. I could do 11:15 to 11:30 on Saturday, and I can leave an extra half hour open in case you absolutely love me. Would that work for you?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I've got 11:15 to 11:30 on my calendar. Can you confirm the best email address for yourself?
Yes, it will be under Abe's Helping Hands
Okay,
at gmail.com.
got that. And so I'm going to send you a calendar invite after we hang up. I'll send it right over to your email. If you could accept that for me, that'd be great. That'll add a notification to my calendar and your calendar. And just so I can be more prepared when I come out, do you have 2 extra minutes right now to answer a few questions?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is where Abe, I'm just gonna pause for a minute, guys.
Yeah.
So just so you know, that was a much tougher for sale by owner conversation than you're probably gonna have. Um, and when we get to this point, right, we had to use a tactic to get in the door. In the fact that, hey, listen, they hate all realtors at this point. They're just fed up. They feel like they're a waste of time. They feel like they're wasting their time, and they feel at this point the value isn't there and they can do it on their own. So I need to be able to change that. So if you noticed, I said 15 minutes, right? And normally people will let you get in the door for 15 minutes. The difference in what's going to happen in those 15 minutes is what's going to set you apart, win the deal, win the opportunity, and earn their business now that you've been now that you've been allowed in the door. However, now that they've gone through this awful experience, you've really got to bring it in those 15 minutes. And they've got to feel the genuine connection. Otherwise, guys, it's just going to be another failed opportunity. So at this point, what I want to make sure, guys, is I'm going to go into pre-qualification. And the pre-qualification is ensuring that I even want to go on that 15-minute appointment, right? I want to make sure that they're ready, they're willing, they're able. I want to make sure that if they feel confident and comfortable with what I'm telling them and with me in general, that they're going to sign to work with me right then and there. If the answer is no, then guys, don't be afraid to say no to the appointment. Don't be afraid to turn it down, because at the end of the day, their time and your time, they can't get back, you can't get back. So I'd much rather say, you know what, it sounds like right now you've just got too much of a bitter taste in your mouth. I'd rather turn you down now than let you down later. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to grow a relationship with you over the next few weeks. You could continue looking on your own. I'll send you some things. I'll check in. I'll touch base. I'll add some value. So that way, maybe in a few weeks, the conversation can be a little bit different and we can get to strategy as opposed to just getting over your last deal. Okay. So with that being said, Abe, we're going to go into just a couple pre-qualifying questions. I won't do them all because I got to keep this video short enough for our newsletter. So I'm going to go into those. So Abe, thank you so much for saying yes. When I come out and see you Saturday, if what I say makes sense, you feel comfortable, you feel confident, are you willing to work with me right then and there?
I mean, if, and it's a big if, you can deliver on 15 minutes and you can give me a presentation that's going to completely change my mindset on my last experience, then yeah, I would absolutely be willing to work with you.
Awesome. And I'm going to pause just for a minute, guys. If he would have said no, that's red flag number one. However, he said yes. There's just a big stipulation, right? So I'm going to go back into that stipulation and I'm going to go and say, Abe, thank you. I so appreciate that. And here's what I'm going to tell you is that when I come out, those 15 minutes are going to be the most valuable 15 minutes you've had in a real estate conversation. I can guarantee it. Now I've got to back it up. Abe, let me ask you this. I know you had a bad experience before. So what would you say is important for you when I come out in order to feel comfortable and confident? What would be something that would wow you and make you want to sign that agreement to work with me?
So, I mean, the biggest thing is, when we visit on Saturday, 3 days from now, the first thing that is going to impress me is if you can remind me of what I told you was the most important thing for me in what I'm looking for.
Great.
You know, if you can do that, um, then we've got something to start on.
Understood. And right now, you know, to me, what you've told me is that you're looking to find the right property, downsize, not have to deal with the stairs, find a one-story home, so that way, as you guys get older, you can enjoy the home experience and not have it be such a burden. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it sounds like I got it right now. So all you're saying is I have to hold on to that for 3 days?
Hold on to that, and like I said, the other small, very large piece is you know, I don't want my neighbor. I don't want to be able to mow lawns with my
Yeah.
neighbor.
Yep. Privacy. Perfect.
So if you can hold on to those things for 3 days, then I'm willing to sit and listen to you for longer than the 15 minutes.
Awesome. Abe, well, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Honestly, I thought it'd be a little bit tougher. You know, what I love to do is get deep with my clients, understand their needs, understand where they're coming from, what they're looking for. And it's not necessarily just why you don't want, you know, the lawn next to your neighbor. It's what caused it. You know, I want to understand that, because when we can get to that level of understanding, you know, you're going to begin to trust me a little bit more. And in order for us to find you exactly what you're looking for, trust has to happen so communication can be what it needs to be. So thank you for sharing that. Other than that, is there anything else that you're looking for in this experience?
No, I mean, not at the moment. I mean, um, you know, obviously, if you can deliver 3 days from now, you know exactly what I've asked, that you've already outdone the last experience that I talked about for a year with a realtor.
Gotcha. Understood. And then, okay, just one more quick question for you then. I know I said at this point, I don't know if you need to sell your home in order to buy the home. Abe, do you need to sell this property to buy the next one, or are we okay to buy the next one first?
No, we are okay to buy the next one first.
Okay. And are we buying that property cash, or are we getting a loan?
No, it will be a cash deal.
Cash deal, next property, we're ready to move. Okay, if I found you the perfect property in the next 30 days, would that pose a problem for you?
No, it would not.
Okay, sounds great. All right, Abe. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I don't want to hold you up anymore. I got you down for Saturday, 11:15. I've got all the notes I need. I'm prepared. Are there any other questions that you have for me at this point?
No, I don't think at the moment.
Awesome. Well, hey, I look forward to meeting you. Please accept the calendar invite, and I will see you Saturday.
Sounds good. See you Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And guys, that's it. Close up the conversation, pre-qualify. If he would have had to sell the house in order to buy the next house, well, there would have been more questions. Then we would have went into, okay, when I come over, we're going to talk about your needs for 15 minutes, and your needs are going to go into a conversation about selling the home because you have to be able to buy. And we don't want them to find the perfect home and then not be able to buy it, right? That doesn't do them any good. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't look good for anyone. And it definitely doesn't feel good. So we would have gone into a deeper conversation on whether or not he was truly ready, willing, and able. So guys, that's a for sale by owner call. And I purposefully asked Abe to be a little difficult on me here because I want you to see how it can go. I want you to see how to dig. I want you to see what their psyche looks like. And I want you to ask great questions. So Abe, thanks for being on. I appreciate the phone call. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right, guys. Hey, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.